Hello everyone, Lady Leah here again, and today I wanted to tell you about antibiotics. So in the ER, a lot of times people would come in and get prescribed antibiotics for whatever was going on with them. And the biggest problem would be when they would come back 2 days later or 4 days later and say, I'm not feeling any better, or I'm getting worse. And the first question, of course, that we ask is, well, did you start the antibiotics? And you would not believe how many times they hadn't even started them. And or either hadn't started them, or they stopped them early. Took them for a couple days and that was it. And then they wonder why they're sick. Because most courses of antibiotics will run you 7 to 10 days. Every now and then you have the ones that do 14, but most are 7 to 10 days. And there's a reason that they're that long. You need to finish them, because if you don't, all you've done is calm down whatever infection is going on, and then it flares back up, of course. So that's why antibiotics are supposed to be taken for a certain length of time and completed, finish them. So because those are the biggest problems with antibiotics. So some people wonder, okay, well, should I take it on an empty stomach or a full stomach? And that depends on the medication. And usually that's why they have recommendations when you get it from the pharmacy. Because some medications, if you take on an empty stomach, they don't get absorbed as well. So they take longer to work because the body doesn't absorb them as well. And then you have some that will break down too fast if you drink them, like, for instance, with grapefruit juice. That one is one that's particular for breaking down medicines too fast. Other kinds of medicines, not antibiotics. But the reason that they don't want it breaking down too quick is because then you have excess medication in your body and you can have more side effects and just an overload of the medicine. So that's the reason why they recommend what they do. With antibiotics, a lot of times, it's just a matter of lower absorption or faster absorption. Sometimes it'll be a little slower, so it'll take longer for it to work, depending on whether or not it's an empty stomach one or a take with food one. So it's always good to follow the recommendations that the pharmacy states on the medication bottle. They say take it with food, take it with food. If you have any upset stomach or things like that, then you can talk to your doctor about it, of course, and then decide what would be the best course of action. But I just wanted to share that with you about antibiotics, because we all have taken them and all will take them eventually for something, and it's just good to know. And when it comes to the common cold, your average cold, usually you don't need antibiotics for that. The reason we have so many resistant strains of bacteria is because doctors overprescribe antibiotics, because every time someone comes in, they want to make them happy, so they want to give them something, so they give them antibiotics. And that's what's caused our society to have all these superbugs, they call them, like MRE and MRA and VRE. So you can look those up. But anyway,
Correction, that's MRSA.
So, you know, the common cold, most of the time, if you're not coughing and hacking and bringing up phlegm, colored phlegm, not clear. Clear is fine. But if it's colored, greenish, yellowish, then you may need antibiotics. If you're running a fever for more than 4 days and you're taking Tylenol or Motrin to keep the fever down and it still keeps kicking back up, 4 days is usually the limit. You need to go in and see a doctor, because there may be something more serious going on. Otherwise, it's chicken noodle soup and orange juice and rest. That's it. That's all you need. So anyway, this is my video on antibiotics. So there'll be more coming. And if you like it, share it and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.